wabarakatuh. My name is Anisa Herliana. In here, I represent my group with its member Futuhal Arifin and Rheynaldi Adha. Before proceeding to conversation with my group, I will explain a little about the origin of this virus and cases of spread in several countries. Let's begin. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that cause illnesses ranging from mild to severe symptoms. There are at least two known types of coronavirus causes disease that can cause severe symptoms such as Middle East symptoms, respiratory syndrome or MERS, and severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS. Coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 is a new type of disease that has never been previously identified in humans. The virus that causes COVID-19 is called SARS-CoV-2. Coronavirus is zoonosis or transmit between animals and humans. Research say that SARS transmit from the civet cats to humans and MERS from camels to humans. Meanwhile, the animal that is the source of transmission of COVID-19 is still not known. Common signs and symptoms of COVID-19 infection include respiratory symptoms acute such as a fever, cough, and shortness of breath. The incubation period averages 5 until 6 days, with a period the longest incubation of 14 days. In severe cases of COVID-19, it can cause pneumonia, acute respiratory syndromes, kidney failure, and even death. Signs and the clinical symptoms report in the majority of cases is fever, with some cats had difficulty breathing, and the X-ray showed a large pneumonia in both lungs. On December 31, 2019, the WHO China Country Office reported a case of pneumonia with unknown etiology in Wuhan City, Hubei Province, China. On January 7, 2020, China identified pneumonia of unknown etiology as a new type of coronavirus or coronavirus disease COVID-19. On January 30, 2020, WHO has designated as a public health emergency concerning the world or public health emergency of international concern. Increase in number COVID-19 cases are progressing fast enough, and there has been a spread between countries. As of March 3, 2020, globally 90,170 confirmed cases were reported in 72 countries with 3,112 deaths. Country details and number of cases are as follows: Republic of Korea 4,812 cases, 28 deaths. Japan 268 cases, 6 deaths. Singapore 108 deaths. Australia 33 cases, 1 death. Malaysia 29 cases. Vietnam 16 cases. Philippines 3 cases, 1 death. New Zealand 2 cases. Cambodia 1 cases. Italy 2,036 cases, 52 deaths. France 191 cases, 3 deaths. Germany 157 cases. Spain 114 cases. United Kingdom 39 cases. Switzerland 30 cases. Norway 25 cases, Australia 18 cases, Netherlands 18 cases, Sweden 15 cases, Israel 10 cases, Croatia 9 cases, Iceland 9 cases, San Marino 8 cases, Belgium 8 cases, Finland 7 cases, Greece 7 cases. Next, Qatar 7 cases, Oman 6 cases, Pakistan 5 cases, Egypt 2 cases, Afghanistan 1 case, Jordan 1 case, Morocco 1 cases, Saudi Arabia 1 case, Tunisia 1 case, and many more. Among the cases, there are several health workers who have been reported to be infected. Based on scientific evidence, COVID-19 can be transmitted from human to human through close contact and droplets, not through the air. People who are most at risk of contraction this disease is a person who has close contact with a COVID-19 patient, including caring for the patient COVID-19. The standard recommendation for preventing the spread of infection is through washing hands regularly, practice the etiquette of coughing and sneezing, avoiding regular direct contact with livestock and wild animals, and avoid close contact with anyone which shows symptoms of a respiratory illness such as coughing and sneezing. Other than that, implant infection prevention and control, or PPI, while in a health facility, especially the emergency department. Okay, after this, I will show the conversation with my group with this topic and others with my group in the next. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi everyone. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Anisa Herliana.
My name is Futuhal Arifin.
My name is Rheynaldi Adha.
We are from the Faculty of Law in the third semester of University Pamulan. We are from class V1039, which is a test from Mr. Rahman Faisal, lecturer English 3. This time we will talk about the topic that is being talked about by almost all countries, namely related to COVID-19 virus or community called coronavirus. COVID-19 started at the beginning of the year into the frightening conversation due to an outbreak whose spread was invisible and so fast. COVID-19 started at the beginning of the year into the frightening conversation due to an outbreak whose spread was invisible and so fast. Hi, how are you guys?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Yes, I'm fine too. And you, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I am fine. How you during the self-quarantine period?
I stayed in work as usual, but different with work during the pandemic. We were more compliant with the health protocol recommended by the government.
That's right. Once the office where I work implements a work system from home or with AFHA, but for now, since the announcement of new normal, work has returned usual down to the office.
Oh, yes. What do you think the response to the COVID-19 virus is best making a fuss?
I think indeed COVID-19 is worrying everyone because COVID-19 is a disease caused by coronavirus and can be transmitted through droplet or saliva splashes, and its spread can be through airborne or air. We do need to be more careful and more alert to these viruses and pay more attention to our infection opponents and should keep more distance when interacting.
That's right. Besides the spread of COVID-19, I think so quickly that we have been money infected with the virus. Even more worrying cases of COVID-19 in recent years have occurred that many infected have symptoms suffered before. So many people do not realize they have contacted the virus. The last data I read that October 26 total cases has researched about 396,000 cases and 3,222 new cases, and for the research patient have researched 322,000 and the patient recovery has researched 13,512 plus 112 new cured patients.
It's not a small number of cases of this virus, and we need to be equally aware of the common symptoms of this coronavirus, usually fever, dry cough, and fatigue. Very familiar, isn't it? Such symptoms of pain the general, however, they are some symptoms that are a little unusual. Among them, discomfort and pain, sore throat, diarrhea, congestion, or red eyes, loss of sense of taste or smell, and rash on the skin.
There are also serious symptoms of coronavirus that result, also known as breathing or shortness of breath, suspend or chest distress, as well as lost ability to speak or move.
But usually, the average symptoms will appear at 5 to 6 days after a person is first infected with coronavirus. But it can also be 14 days after being infected. However, people with mild symptoms who are declared healthy should self-count at home so as not to spread easily to people who have a low or weak immune system.
Right, but we should also be wary of some hotspots scattered in the community because there are some fact news stories which among the public that makes this virus even more frightening. We have to be good stories of the news that's spreading right now, and we have to make sure it's right or the wrong news. But what do you think of the government role in dealing with COVID-19?
According to the article I read, at the beginning of the year, especially in January 2020, when two Indonesian citizens contract coronavirus, preventive effort carried out by the government is with close supervision on Indonesia lines from other countries, including airports, ports, and land cross-border posts. Early detection as a form of surveillance is carried out mainly for 90 areas that have direct access to China, namely Jakarta, Padang, Tarakan, Bandung, Jambi, Palembang, Denpasar, Surabaya, Batam, and Manado.
And according to some news that is seen in some media, even the current government has started to hold vaccines to prevent the coronavirus. And the Indonesian government plans to bring in the coronavirus vaccines from China in early November 2020.
Hopefully, with this vaccine pandemic and the outbreak in our country, we will end soon. Because the impact of this outbreak is very influential to several sectors in Indonesia. As well, one of them is in the economic sector. One of them is the economic sector, even the education sector. In this sector of the economy, the impact or effect of COVID-19 includes widespread layoffs, contraction of OMI manufacturing, import performance, inflation, cancellation of domestic and international flights, declining number of guest house, loss of air service sector revenue, decrease in hotel occupancy, and many others. In addition, in the education sector, the education system in transition by means of online learning using supporting educational applications.
But as a result of the online learning system, many complain from parents of students, even students, because learning material are something difficult to understand on poor network connection and even the inhibition of online learning.
True, on the other hand, many of the parents of studying students do not understand the use of the educational application to solve that learning is less maximal. And the text given something, sometimes the parents are working or preferring. The pandemic is over and we can all do the same without worrying about anything else.
Amin. Let's just pray that this lagu pasti quickly, and we have to keep health as well.
Amin.
From the top, we can conclude that this COVID-19 outbreak is such a big outbreak and needs to be noticed by everyone. COVID-19 has been widely infected from all over the world, and many victims have died as a result of not being helped. Means this outbreak is not a common disease outbreak or the same as the disease in general. We must continue be vigilant about the environment and must remain compliant with health protocols and continue to maintain health. We can apologize if there is any error in the word on pronunciation of the sentence. Please understand. Thank you for watching test video or the rest of the lesson.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.